They're rowdy here in Minneapolis because out there on the ice now, the couple in 6th place. Disappointment in the original dance. They dropped from 5th to 6th. But here are the American champions for the last 2 years, the husband and wife from Detroit, Elizabeth Punsalan and Jerod Swallow.
Lovely opening.
Wonderful. Such an intricate program, but at no stage did you feel it was work. Can you imagine the kind of preparation and practice that's gone into a routine like that? but it was beautiful to watch.
But the fantastic thing about these two is the way they use their knees. Constantly a little bit of knee bend, and that gives them that look of control. They're totally in control all the time. The transition from one move to another is so smooth because of that knee bend. They're able to get speed across the ice from literally nothing. A thoroughly enjoyable program. I've got to say, I was bitterly disappointed that they dropped a place in the original dance. I thought they were fantastic. For me, one of the few couples that really captured the jive.
And what a contrast here.
Yeah, that's right. It's a totally different approach to the free dance.
The jive carefree and the intensity of the romance here.
Yeah, they really are so versatile. I don't think there's a rhythm that they really can't capture. Fantastic stuff.
Well, of course, they'll be in first place. The first to go in the last but one group. Five sixes and 5 sevens, just 155 from Janet Coton. But those marks pretty good, and maybe they'll move back up to fifth, but that's the most they could hope to get.
5-6, 5-6, 5-6, 5-6.
They've improved so much this season, and I think they're going to get better.
Yes, the developers. There's Coates and Igor Spielban, who trained them in Detroit. But has it made any difference to their placings? You'd hope so. But we've yet to see the Italians who go in the final group. The Italians had that advantage, of course, because they finished in the top 5. Jerod and Elizabeth were 6th.
Representing Belarus, please welcome now Tatiana, Navka and Nikolai Morozov.
Now these will be hoping against hope that they stay in the 10th place. They've been allotted. They have had their share of disappointments, but now have a place in the top 10 after the original dance. Tatiana, Navka and Nikolai Morozov, with more music from Bach. Tatiana Navka and Nikolai Morozov. Terrific ending. There were so many little cameo pieces in there which were admirable. I love the little head movements 30 seconds from the end where they just dramatically changed the movement of the head, and the synchronization was extraordinary.
Yeah, I think these two are the masters of that. I don't think anybody uses their head as much as these two do throughout their free dance. And in fact, it was evident in the original dance as well. That was a wonderful program. Anytime they repeated a movement as well, it was slightly different. There was a lot of thought gone into the program. You could see Maya Usova and Alexander Zulin performing this one.
Yes.
A lot of their moves, but these two did it very, very well. And the German couple, I think it is, that are just in front of them. They're going to have to go some Kati, Winkler, René, Lohse.
Yes, it's no surprise to learn that Tatiana's boyfriend is Alexander Zulin, who is also their coach.
Yes, a lot of the influence. There's the head movements that you were talking about, Simon. It was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So much expression. And it was a non-stop program, packed with content.
5-2, 5-3, 5-2, 5-1, 5-2.
So they'll be looking for the second place spot at the moment.
And their marks for presentation.
And then they'll see how the others go. As Chris says, Winkler and Lohse, a couple above them, are going next.
5-4.
The original dropped a place from 8th, which was a spectacular result for them in the compulsories. First time in the top 10. Can they hold on to it? Kati Winkler and René Lohse with a modern version of Prokofiev's Romeo and Juliet. program that built right from the start. And the natural chemistry between the two of them, which helps to bring out the romance of the Romeo and Juliet. Kati, Winkler, René, Lohse.
Yeah, they skated the program very well. It's an open program, very free, not as difficult, I have to say, as the couple that went before them, Tatiana and Nikolai. And if I was on the judging panel, I think I'd have the Belarusians ahead of them.
Strange to have a program from Martin Scott-Nicky, which is not that difficult. He's the trainer and choreographer. I enjoyed it for all that. Really enjoyed it.
Oh, it was very enjoyable. I mean, the openness of it made it fast across the ice, kept the fluidity going. I think the highlight were there were two very good lifts. Here's one of them. And they kept the movement going well. Good transition into the spirals there. But I don't think the technical content was there compared to the other program.
So maybe two different marks here for technical and for presentation. 5-1 to 5-4. Janet Coton going along with the American judge, Patricia French. Yes, much better for presentation, apart from the Italian. 5-1 up to 5-6, so they're looking for what? Second place, and they get it, apart from the Italians.
And Povilas, Vanagas.
Now these two were one of the victims of the movement that Chris and I have been heralding. And they did move down from 7th to 8th place, although we found it personally a little disappointing. Margarita, Drobiazko, Povilas, Vanagas, 8th after the original dance. Oriental Dreams, their music. Bewitching start.
Yeah, just clipping each other's skates.
Well, in every routine choreographed by Christopher Dean, you know it's going to be very close to the edge, and there was a moment there where it very nearly went over the boundaries of difficulty. But they held it together, and it was a compelling program. I love the start. Margarita, Drobiazko, Povilas, Vanagas for Lithuania.
Yeah, they really are fantastic. Technically, they're some of the best skaters in the competition. He particularly very, very good. A real natural talent.
Yeah, he was 6 times champion of Lithuania as a single skater before he teamed up with Margarita.
Well, I know that Chris and Jane choreographed a free dance for them last season, which they've been trying to perfect, and they're still unable to perform it. They were hoping to perform it here in the World Championships, but still opting for the old free dance. This is very good, so it makes you wonder what the other program's like. I know it's very demanding. I saw them making it up at my home rink in Bracknell, and it was fantastic to see Jane and Chris just doing the demonstrations. There's that dicey moment, and they covered it well.
Leapfrog over come next, the Ukrainians.
5-1, 5-4, and 5-1.
Good marks of presentation, much better than the technical, and it looks odds on. There's very little movement going on, which is a shame, but they are second at the moment.
5-4 and 5-5.
Were the Lithuanians in the original dance.
Yaroshenko.
In their 6th World Championships, their best so far, just outside the medals. 4th in Japan in '94, 7th at the moment. Irina Romanova, Igor Yaroshenko with the young lady and the hooligan. Pieces from Shostakovich, mostly from the Bolt, which were put together for a ballet, and you can see the ballet training coming out in full force here. Well, Ukraine have had a pretty good championship. Zagorodny just missing out on the medals in the men's competition. 4th place for him. The pairs did pretty well. How will these two do? 7th going in to the free. Just found it a little one-paced. Not enough light and shade for me. Irina, Romanova, Igor, Yaroshenko.
Yeah, for me, I always feel when I watch them skate that they're doing pretty much what they've been told and what they've trained, but there's no feeling from within. It's not a performance that has come from them. It's somebody else's, and they're going through the motions. There was no change in his facial expressions from start to finish. And it creates a hard, almost bland feeling to the program, I think. And technically, I mean, they've come up. I can understand the judges going with them in the compulsories, but they've risen in the original dance, and we'll see what the judges have to say about the free dance. I just find it amazing that they get the marks they do when you compare their program to, say, Navka and Morozov, who, for me, was a passionate performance and technically demanding as well.
And even Drobiazko and Vanagas, who went before them. Now, if they're to stay in front of the Lithuanians, they should be in 2nd place. 5-2 to 5-5. So far, there's been a horrible lack of movement amongst the judges. Just 1 place has changed, and what should be 14th and 15th place. Otherwise, nothing has changed, and nothing changes here. Nagano